I'm MDT shooter Andy Slade, and I'm here today to test out some things about suppressors. With the growing popularity in the military and in Call of Duty of suppressors, a lot of people are asking questions like, do suppressors change your point of impact, and do they change your muzzle velocity? We intend to find that out today by using 3 different cartridges and 3 different suppressors from rimfire and centerfire to see what exactly happens when you put a suppressor on your rifle. So the idea behind what we're going to do today is shoot 10 rounds through 3 different guns. We're going to show you the speed for each round, and then we're going to show you the effects downrange. So we're going to shoot 10 rounds unsuppressed and then 10 rounds suppressed. So we're going to start this test with an unsuppressed 6.5 Creedmoor. All right, so what we've got for 10 shots, average muzzle velocity, 27.57 with an SD of 9.6. So what we have now is the same rifle with a Thunder Beast Ultra 7. We're gonna shoot 10 rounds suppressed and see if we have any point of impact shift or change in muzzle velocity. So after that 10 round string, we've got an average muzzle velocity of 27.78. All right, so what we have now is a 22 rimfire. We're gonna shoot it unsuppressed at 100 yards. All right, that's 10 rounds. Now we're on to a AR-15 chambered in 5.56. So we shot 3 different rifles, 3 different calibers. The first was this Hunt 26, chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. Unsuppressed, it ran an average of 27.57. Suppressed, it ran an average of 27.78. So we had a slight increase in muzzle velocity. And then we shot the 22 long rifle. So unsuppressed, we had an average of 1,044 feet per second. And suppressed, we had an average of 1,047. So there again, a slight increase in muzzle velocity. Now things got a little weird with the AR-15, and we really didn't expect that. We started out with some just plinking grade ammo, and it was 55 grain full metal jacket. And the extreme spreads were so large that we think we had some statistical error going on. So we decided to go back and shoot it again to test it again with some different match grade ammunition. So we switched over to 77 grain match grade ammunition, running 27.99 unsuppressed and 27.99 suppressed. The extreme spreads were a lot tighter, so we think it was a good test. Overall, what we've seen is that in general, it seems that suppressors can increase your muzzle velocity a little bit. The reason for that is because the gas is behind the bullet for just a little bit longer. In this case, it was not as pronounced, and that could be because it's a 30 caliber can on a 223. As always with precision rifle, you need to do your own testing so that you know what your equipment does with your ammo. So now we're gonna go down range, check out the targets and any POI shift. So what we've got are the targets downrange from our suppressor test. The first one was the 6.5 Creedmoor, unsuppressed and then suppressed. So we had a slight point of impact shift, but these impact shifts are generally repeatable. As long as you know how much it changes, you can generally repeat it when you take it off and put it back on. This is the AR-15. So we notice we have again, impact shift from high to low. So about the same windage, but just changing in elevation. All right, and then lastly, we have the rimfire suppressor. Point of impact shift is very minimal. So a couple things we can look at here. With this rifle, the barrel is a much heavier taper than, say, this AR-15. So because it's a little bit heavier barrel, we have less point of impact shift. And then over here on the rimfire, that's the lightest suppressor that was out of the test. So because the suppressor's so light, it doesn't tend to change the point of impact as much. So there again, I think the takeaway from this is that it seems initially that the accuracy is very similar and the point of impact shift should generally be repeatable.